Hey everyone, welcome to Schwab Coaching. My name is Jim Ferraioli. I'm the Director of Crypto Research and Strategy at the Schwab Center for Financial Research. Today we're here to talk about cryptocurrency basics. Before we begin, a bit about myself. I've been working on Wall Street for over a decade. I've been publishing crypto research since 2020. And in summer of 2025, I joined Schwab to be the head of the cryptocurrency research and build out an educational and research platform for Schwab's clients. So moving on to get into the basics of cryptocurrency, first, there are a few things we'd like to point out. Number one, past performance is no guarantee of future results. Also, anything we talk about here should not be viewed as a recommendation or an endorsement to purchase or invest in any cryptocurrency or products associated with them. So starting out, what is a cryptocurrency? Cryptocurrencies are the native currencies that are issued by blockchains. They can be used for internet-based transactions. One of the key features of a blockchain is it's decentralized and independent of central authorities such as central banks or payment intermediaries. Some cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, are seen as stores of value. But there's all sorts of cryptocurrencies, and the one thing they all have in common is they use blockchain technology. So what is a blockchain and how does it work? A blockchain is a distributed ledger. When you want to make a transaction on a blockchain, a message is sent to the blockchain. At that point, operators of the blockchain, referred to as miners, race to solve an algorithm. And the first one to complete this algorithm creates a block. And what the block has in it is the past transactions that have occurred over a certain amount of time. So for example, in Bitcoin, the latest block has about 10 minutes worth of transactions in it. Once a block is approved, it becomes a permanent record on this public ledger. Every previous block is also saved in the latest block, hence the term blockchain. It's literally a chain of blocks. As I said before, the participants of the blockchain network that maintain the blockchain are referred to as miners, and so the process of validating transactions is referred to as mining. Blockchains are highly secure, transparent, and accurate. They can be seen at any time by any person. You can see historical transactions and most recent transactions as well. So how do you acquire cryptocurrency? So the first way, you could solve blockchain transactions and get rewarded them as a miner. You can also receive them as a payment. If you want to purchase a good or a service from someone, you can literally pay them in cryptocurrencies. You can also buy cryptocurrencies from an exchange. There are decentralized exchanges. There are centralized exchanges. If you're watching this video, you're probably well aware that Schwab is rolling out cryptocurrency trading this year. And so you will be able to purchase and invest in them at Schwab. Finally, you can invest in products that are linked to cryptocurrencies. There are exchange-traded products that acquire spot cryptocurrencies. There are exchange-traded funds that invest in futures and derivatives that are associated with the underlying cryptocurrencies. You can have direct exposure to those derivative products yourselves. And then finally, there are companies referred to as digital asset treasuries. These are equities that acquire cryptocurrencies on their balance sheet. And so their purpose is to use balance sheet issuance or debt issuance to acquire more cryptocurrency holdings. There are some risks you should be aware of when investing in cryptocurrencies. First, historically, there have been scams and fraud associated with cryptocurrency investing. Passwords can be stolen, private keys can be lost. There are also security vulnerabilities. In fact, very recently, an application on the Ethereum blockchain was hacked, which resulted in several $100 million being stolen from the blockchain. Prices can be extremely volatile. This is a new and emerging asset class. There's also limited regulatory protections. Finally, transactions are irreversible. If you accidentally send someone cryptocurrency, there's no guarantee you can get it back because there's no central authority. And finally, there is regulatory risk. While the Securities and Exchange Commission has provided guidance on how they classify cryptocurrencies, there's not been any laws signed that either make these views permanent or any other views permanent. So a different SEC regime could ultimately have a different view on cryptocurrencies in the future. And so until there's cemented laws around cryptocurrencies, what they are and how to invest in them, there will be regulatory risk for the perceivable future. We hope this was helpful to you in the first steps of learning about cryptocurrencies. And please make sure to check out part 2 of this Schwab coaching to learn a bit more.